Hello, welcome back viewers. We're going to do a great family tradition that you can start here in your very own home. Instead of going out to that expensive pizza place where you put in your order, kids are running around, not really paying attention, you can have some family time. Make pizza yourself, make your own homemade crust. It's a much healthier, much cheaper option. You have a lot of control here. You see what goes into it instead of just getting something from out back the pizza shop. Kids love to play with dough. It's a good family experience. They can pick their toppings. Any picky eaters out there, you can have their own individual slice, can be their particular toppings that they want to put on it. And so we're going to start here with the very first step of making the pizza dough. Go through our brief ingredients. We're using a bread machine, so this will do a lot of the mixing work and kind of pre-timed to spin the dough and knead it. However, if you don't have a pizza or a bread machine, you'll just want to come check back at about an hour to an hour and a half, push the dough down, knead it down, let it rise again. This is in kind of a warm place somewhere on your countertop, a little bit of plastic wrap over the top of it, and you'll be done in about 2 hours. So if you don't have a nice little bread machine, something you can do on your own. Starting with our ingredients. We have 3/4 cup of water. Before I start again, this is for one pizza crust, probably 14-inch to 16-inch pizza crust, depending on how thick you want it. 3/4 cup of water. Next thing we're going to go to here is we actually have a little bit of dried milk. We're going to do 1 tablespoon. Next one here is 1 tablespoon of just regular white sugar. Next item we're going to go to is going to be 1 tablespoon of just regular oil. Feel free to put in whatever you want. We're just using a standard canola. Next item we're going to go to is going to be our lemon juice. And we'll do 1 tablespoon, or 1 teaspoon on that. Next we'll be going to our salt. That will be 1/2 teaspoon. Now we'll be adding the main component here is the flour. This is a high protein bread flour, so if you're just using a standard flour, you won't have as chewy of a crust. So that's kind of something just to pay attention to. A standard general purpose flour will work in a situation, but I think you'll get a lot better results with that high protein bread flour. And this is going to be 2 1/4 cups. Now it is a little bit important to pay attention to the order of the ingredients that we added there, just because we want to make sure that the yeast is added on top of the flour versus on top of the liquid. So however you do the rest of the ingredients before this usually isn't a big deal. I suggest starting with the water because it gives you a nice place. You don't have to worry about anything getting stuck to the bottom of your tray. But you want to make sure you'll have your flour sitting on top to throw your yeast in. It's nice and dispersed. Now our yeast is our last ingredient. We're going to do 1 teaspoon. If you're making more than 1 crust, you can easily double this recipe except for the lemon juice. So all the other ingredients, just duplicate them and just don't add any more lemon juice in that process. Alright, so now we've got all of our ingredients. If you've got a bread machine, select the dough setting, which is usually just the same as a bread setting without the cook cycle. In ours it's number 9. Close the lid, hit start, and wait for the magic to happen.